What's going on, guys? Danny AR10 here with a quick comparison video of the LG G-Pad 8.3 Google Play Edition versus the Google Nexus 7 2013 edition. I looked around on YouTube kind of looking for a comparison video like this before I made my purchase, and no one had really had one out since it had just came out. And even to this day, I think there's maybe one comparison video out. So I figured once I got it and used it for a few days, the experience is not much different than your standard Google Play Edition, tablet or standard Google tablet. So it didn't really take me too long to kind of get my impressions. So this is going to be just a comparison video, not so much a spec smackdown, because you guys know that, this has a Snapdragon 600, this has a 400, this got a 1.3 inch bigger screen than the 7-inch Nexus 7. So, the specs, whatever, to me it's all about the usability, how it fares in your day-to-day use. So that's what I'm going to start with now. They're both powered down. I know a lot of you like to see which one, boots up faster from, completely powered down. So let's just start off with that and get right into it and power them up at the same time. Just off the bat, even pressing them both at the same time, the LG one responded to the power button a little quicker. So it actually came on quicker. Like I said, both devices very similar in specs, aside from the Snapdragon 600 versus the 400. I believe they both have 2 GB of RAM. They both share the same resolution screen, except that the G-Pad is obviously a little bigger, so the pixel density is going to be a little smaller, but not noticeable. So here they go. The LG came up a little quicker than the Nexus 7. So let's just get right on into it. They're both at about the same brightness right now. They're both at about 20%, 20 to 30% brightness. Because for the video, I tried cranking it up to 100% and would just wash out the actual image of the video itself. But a few things I've noticed using it day to day. I always loved the Nexus 7 for the fact that you can palm it with one hand easily. And navigation with one hand seemed to be very simple if you're holding it in one palm, like so, and just using it your day-to-day use. The 8.3 inch tab, it's still very palmable. What I found though, that it's a little easier to hold as far as the LG, is that when you're holding it, when you want to hold it with one hand and navigate with your thumb like so, it's a little easier because the size is just right, where it's not too small to hold it like this and it's not too big. I found the Nexus 7 a little harder to hold like that, maybe because the texture is a little slippery on the back, I don't know, or maybe just because the size is a little smaller. It just feels more comfortable holding with one hand like this, not so much palming it, but actually navigating with one hand. It feels more comfortable in the hand, the 8.3. Aside from that, your basic scrolling and navigating of the actual user interface feels about the same. This has been updated to 4.4.2, and this is still running your stock 4.4 KitKat out of the box. Both applications, both actual tablets have the same amount of applications installed right now. Also, performance shouldn't really be deteriorated that much. This one's updating right now, looks like. Aside from that, your simple applications, they open up almost about the same. As you can see, this one had, I think, an extra tab open, so let's just try that again and close them all out. And see how that fares. Just open up a new tab and let's navigate to, I don't know, let's go to ESPN.com. Looked like the Nexus 7 actually loaded up much quicker for some reason. It really hasn't been my experience, to be honest with you. It could be that I've had this one a little longer. Maybe the cache is saved, and I recently just got this one, so maybe I haven't really visited this site. Who knows? But like I said, in day-to-day use, they both feel about the same. I do notice the scrolling on the G-Pad 8.3 is a little smoother. The Nexus is a little slower, but that's expected with the processor difference. It's not a huge difference, but it noticeably is there. You could see the slight little bit of delay. It's not very cumbersome or noticeable when you're actually using it, but it is there. And once you get used to the 8.3, It's kind of hard to go to the 7. I believe I've been using the iPad mini, the Retina, for a few weeks now, almost a month I think since it's come out, and it's kind of hard to go back to a 7-inch tab, to be honest with you. Not that it's small by any means if it's your only tablet, but once you get used to the screen size of an 8-inch or above, not necessarily a 10-inch, but in that mid-range, it's kind of hard to go back just because you get so much more screen real estate. As you can see here, I'm going to line up the bottoms of the screen together, and then you got that difference right there of about, maybe, I mean, vertically it's different. I mean, we got 1.3 inches in total differential in size, but that's, measured, I guess, diagonally. But you can see the difference there. The icons are noticeably bigger on the screen. The real estate is obviously there. You can tell the difference. So, I mean, I would tend to lean more towards the 8.3 if price weren't an issue. Now, again, that's where we differentiate on opinions. Some people may not feel that this is worth almost double the price. And the reason I say double the price is because this is going right now. I believe Office Depot this week has a sale on this. My cousin just picked one up, and they're going for $180. $180, and you actually get a free gift. You can choose between a stylus, I think a thumb drive, a 16 gig thumb drive, and a couple other things. But $180 versus $350, when it's all said and done, you're almost at about double the price. Save for $10 or so if you double up. So yeah, I mean, it's really your decision whether it's worth almost double the price for an extra 1.3 inch in screen real estate. You do know that the Nexus 7 is always going to get the updates first, even though this is a Google Play Edition tablet. You know that Google's always going to issue the updates out for their Nexus devices. These will soon follow, as you saw with the HTC One and Galaxy S4 Google Play Editions. Those received their updates maybe a few weeks after the Nexus devices received theirs, but not much later. So, I mean, this is still a great tablet, as you can see. I mean, there's a great finish. That aluminum, it feels real nice in the hand. It contrasts. It's like that black texture or that black finish that the iPad mini, the original one, had. That matte slate. It's kind of like that. It's got that 5 megapixel camera. One thing I did forget to mention is you do get the micro SD expansion. So 16 gigs will get you for $350, but you do have that expansion slot for up to 64 gigs more. So it's really your choice. If price was solely my decision and I was looking for just the cheapest but best tablet I can get for my money, it'd definitely be the Nexus 7. If you're looking for a mid-range size tablet, 8 inches or above, you want the best bang for your buck, and you're looking at options like the iPad mini, or you're looking at the Galaxy Tab 8, those mid-range size tablets, I'd say for $350 with an SD card slot and pure Google, which you're not getting from any of the other ones, I would say go with the LG G Pad. It's $50 cheaper than the cheapest Retina iPad mini. You're getting the expansion, you're getting the update straight from Google almost immediately, if not just maybe a week delay or so from the Nexus devices. So there really isn't much more of a difference, guys. Day-to-day use, they operate about the same. I don't see any slowdown on any of the two, even though this is a little older, running a little older generation processor. Google has seemed to have optimized it with 4.4.2 to even run a little bit more efficiently than the 4.4 update that I received just a few weeks back, just a couple weeks ago. So there it is, guys. Aside from that, the decision is all yours. Like I said, I've enjoyed using both tablets. I feel that it's really a preference as to size. This has grown a little bit too small for me. I have been using, the Nexus 5 as a phone, so the 5 inches jumping up to a 7 inch is not that big a difference for me. So I do love the 8.3 inches, even though it's a little bigger than the iPad mini, which is 7.9. It actually feels smaller, about the same, for some reason, and it is lighter actually. So there it is, guys. There's my opinion. If you feel you have anything to add, leave it in the comments section. Correct me if I missed anything, but go ahead and check them out and give me your opinions. Hit me up at DannyAR10 on Twitter if you have any further questions. If not, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks a lot, guys.